If someone looked you in the eyes, stole credit for everything you sacrificed, humiliated you in front of your entire family, and then expected you to keep paying for it, what would you do? Subscribe and watch more stories. I never imagined the most expensive lesson of my life would begin with a serving spoon and end with my entire family discovering the truth. My name is Emma Brooks. I was 28 years old. And the night my older sister publicly told me I had not paid for a single bite of food was the same night I stopped financing the lie she had built around herself. 3 weeks before my mother, Linda's 60th birthday, she asked for one simple family dinner. Like every other family event, simple quickly became complicated. My father suggested a beautiful private dining room at a luxury hotel, and my older sister Madison immediately declared that she would organize everything. The only problem was that after making that announcement, she disappeared whenever the hotel asked for deposits, contracts, menu selections, or guest confirmations. I had recently received a promotion at the architecture firm where I worked, so I quietly decided to pay for the dinner as my birthday gift to Mom. I signed every document, approved every detail, paid the $2,000 non-refundable deposit, and even asked the hotel not to reveal that I was the one paying because I wanted the evening to be about my mother, not me. That decision became my biggest mistake. Madison happily accepted every compliment in the family group chat while relatives praised her generosity. It was a familiar story. She had spent years taking credit for my work, and every time I tried to correct the truth, my mother accused me of being too sensitive. I convinced myself that staying quiet would keep the peace, but all it really did was make it easier for everyone to overlook me. As the dinner approached, Madison kept demanding expensive upgrades even though she was not paying a single dollar. She wanted premium wine, luxury decorations, additional guests, and expensive extras. I approved only what fit my budget and instructed the hotel manager that nobody except me could authorize changes. Even then, Madison continued telling everyone she was the host while I remained invisible. The night finally arrived. Madison walked into the room acting like the star of the celebration. She accepted compliments, rearranged decorations, and even moved me away from the host seat. Throughout dinner, she proudly accepted praise for the evening while my mother smiled beside her. Then, just as the main course was served, Madison looked at me, tapped the serving spoon with her finger, and loudly said that I should not fill my plate because I had not contributed a penny to the dinner. The entire room went silent. Instead of defending me, my mother smiled and said that real family always puts others first. That was the moment something inside me changed. I realized I had spent years paying for people who had already decided I did not matter. Without raising my voice, I folded my napkin, stood up, put on my red coat, and walked straight into the hotel lobby. I asked the manager to remove my payment authorization immediately. I accepted losing my deposit because my self-respect was worth far more than $2,000. Minutes later, the hotel manager carried the bill into the dining room and calmly explained that the reservation, contracts, deposits, and payment authorization had always belonged to me. My father rushed after me asking what I had done, but he never asked why I had left. Inside the dining room, the truth exploded. My grandfather revealed that Madison had secretly collected money from relatives while pretending she was paying for everything herself. Family members opened their phones and discovered thousands of dollars they had transferred directly to her. The hotel manager then revealed emails proving Madison had even instructed the staff to remove my name from speeches, replace the cake message with one praising herself, and make sure every formal photograph centered around her. Madison desperately tried paying the nearly $10,000 bill, but both of her credit cards were declined. For the first time in years, nobody rushed to rescue her. My grandfather calmly exposed every lie while my parents finally saw the pattern they had ignored for decades. Madison was forced to return the money she collected, publicly admit that I had planned and funded the dinner, and repay every dollar she owed. The weeks that followed changed my family forever. My mother apologized for confusing my strength with not needing support. My father admitted his silence had protected the wrong person. Madison eventually confessed that jealousy over my success had driven her to erase me so she could keep feeling important. I listened, but I refused to confuse apologies with accountability. Trust had to be rebuilt through actions, not words. 6 months later, we returned to the same hotel for another family dinner. This time, nobody fought over attention. Nobody rewrote history. As the serving dish was placed between us, Madison quietly pushed it toward me and said that I should go first. It was only a small gesture, but it carried more honesty than every excuse she had ever made. Walking away that night cost me $2,000. but it gave me something priceless. I stopped believing I had to earn love by sacrificing my dignity. The greatest victory was never exposing my sister. It was finally refusing to let my silence protect people who were hurting me. Sometimes the most powerful revenge is not making someone suffer. Sometimes it is simply refusing to keep paying for the lie they built at your expense. If you enjoyed this story, remember this one lesson. The moment people start treating your kindness like an obligation instead of a gift is the moment you should stop giving it away. Respect always comes before forgiveness, and anyone who truly changes will prove it with their actions, not their promises.